Hello everyone, this is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for Saturday, the 20th of September, 2014. I hope the beginning of your weekend is going well. For today's reading, of course, it's Saturday and the weekend, so I'm going to be calling on my mixed fairy Oracle card deck. I have the magical fairies, the healing fairies in here, as well as some guardian angel cards. So let's see what our message is for today. So I tune into the fairies and ask them, them and the angels, for a message for all of us to come through the cards. That's my intention. I might also call on the angel Gabriel for help with whatever message needs to come through today. Getting a clear message. And wait and see what cards maybe want to come out. That one. Ooh, all right, there's a couple more that spilled out there, so we'll take those. All right, so first we had the gratitude card from the guardian angels. Focus on what is positive in your life, and you will attract even more positive situations. Okay, so this is about, if you're in a difficult situation right now, asking what's right about this situation, what is going well for me, what blessings do I have. It's about, in difficult times being grateful for, the many blessings that we do have. And expressing gratitude, not just to, God, the angels, the universe for that, but at a personal level, expressing it to people, the people in your life, and letting them know that you are grateful for them being in your life, and the contribution that they've made for that. So it certainly seems that, and for showing up in our cards today, this theme is going to be prevalent, perhaps this weekend. Being grateful. We may hear about world events, and we may find ourselves saying, "Oh, thank God for this," or "Thank God for that." Thank God that this wasn't any worse. I mean, those are still elements and themes of gratitude, and or thank God this happened the way, it did. It could have been so much worse. That may be part of what's going on for us today. The only way we can really move forward from the difficult things that we have to deal with in life is to remember, that which we already do have, and being grateful for that and carrying that forward. Okay, so as I look in this picture, I see a lot of elements of nature in it. So it may be that wherever you are, you're enjoying and feeling grateful for the beautiful day, the beautiful scenery that's around you, maybe even the pets that you have in your life, and how close you are to them, and the companionship they've brought you, a variety of things. So, and it's also a message of how to, get ourselves out of a place that we may be stuck in, feeling angry or depressed, or what have you. Focus on what is positive in your life. Pardon me. And you will attract even more positive situations. All right. The other cards that came out along with it, we had this Rise Above Problems, and also the Summer card that came out from the fairies. And gratitude is one way to rise above problems. All right, it's about looking at things from the higher perspective, seeing the bigger picture. Okay, so you may get some clarity today around that, and looking at things. The angels and the fairies help us to see things from that higher perspective. That's what we call on them for. They have the bigger viewpoint, where they can see all aspects of a situation. So this card is kind of urging us to look at it from that perspective. But it's also a reminder that, in order to move beyond, you can't, problems arise because sometimes because we're doing things from the same old place, and it's a place that needs, or a perspective or an energy that needs to change. So I remember that famous quote from Albert Einstein that we can't um, resolve our problems from the same level of consciousness in which they were created. Okay, and I know that's not the exact quote, but it's along those lines. And so when we get that rise above, the angels are lending us their help, and the fairies, to look at it from a different perspective, look at it from a higher perspective, with a different level of consciousness than what created it to begin with. Okay, so sometimes it's not always easy to see that in the moment that it's occurring. But as we rise above problems, when you're in the middle of a problem, the solution can often evade you. So looking at it from a higher perspective, it can provide you or help you to see a new way out of it. Okay? So they're lending us that help today. And, this card, the Summer, I do feel in some ways, it's certainly, the card itself does mean that the answers that you're looking for occur in the summer. So it's a card that gives us a signal as to when something might be resolved. But I also feel like for some people, this may mean that, as I look at it, heat. If you're dealing with a medical issue of some kind, that heat and may provide some comfort to you, heat, warmth, and let's see, warmth and comfort is what I see when I look at this card. Because the fairy in it, it's kind of like, she's like, kind of like blowing her wish, or blowing a kiss at you, and there's a lot of freshness to it, and I feel like there's warmth, comfort, what have you, being either extended to you, or it's part of what's going to help resolve what you're currently dealing with. And it could literally mean heat as a temperature, like you need to take a hot bath, a hot shower, put a hot pad on some aching muscles, something like that, something along those lines. So, and it also could mean for some of you that it's, I know here in New England, it's the beginning of the fall, so the cold weather, the cold mornings are starting to creep in here. But we may get a day, either today or this weekend, that is once again like summer, where it's super hot, maybe back up in the 80-degree temperatures again. We're at that time of year when we're going through the yo-yo effect in our temperatures, where we have extremes going on. Mornings are 50 degrees, but some days it could be 80 degrees. So we may get a few more summer-like days before the real cold begins to set in for our winter time. So anyways, those are the messages I get for today. I hope you have a lovely Saturday and the beginning of a weekend, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Take care, everyone.